Jim Thompson, can you come up, please? Jim's from Main Street, Iowa. Jim is a true friend of Manning, and that's in capital letters. He helped us get the $50,000 challenge grant to put the apartment stairs in downtown. He helped us get the $500,000 downtown revitalization. He was very key to both efforts, sometimes in the background, sometimes in the foreground. And as far as our branding effort, we had 2 outside consultants come in and hear more about it and gave us the brand and provided the brand to us. Through Jim's efforts, Main Street, Iowa paid for that. That's a $15,000 to $20,000 contract for those 2 companies to come in and do what they did. So with that, I'm going to introduce Jim. Jim was part of the team, and again, 2 outside consultants and himself, who arrived at the brand for Manning. It's refreshing. He's going to explain a little bit about his experience of the process and why they thought that was right for Manning. But I want a big round of applause for Jim.
Ron is way too nice. Ron is way too nice. Manning is making this happen. Main Street, Iowa is here to assist you all. Oh, now I'm starting to talk like Ron. Oh no, that was y'all. So you all is okay. But you're making it happen. And Main Street, Iowa is about serving our 48 exclusive communities. And I'm very proud to say that Manning is one of those, meeting all those requirements. It's things like economic development through historic preservation, being true to you, being unique. It's cool though coming back and seeing the changes that are happening. This town's working together. Main Street is a volunteer-driven organization. This visioning committee, branding committee, has done a great job and has put in tons of hours. And we're very proud of the efforts they're putting forth, but it's true to Manning. So it's fun being able to provide the technical assistance and being able to point Manning down some paths to find some dollars. But don't let anybody ever tell you that anybody's doing this for you. This is Manning. As a new startup community, one of the services that we provide is technical assistance. And Ron said that we were able to provide the dollars to be able to bring the consultants to town. So what happened? We came to town and had to experience what is Manning. And we met with lots of people and a public meeting and lots of individual meetings. And I truly felt like I ate my way through Manning. We had pie at Deb's, and we went and I had chicken at Cliff's, and then we went to, which was unusual for us, ladies' night at the bowling alley. And it was cool for us because there was not a bashful person there. They did not care that we were from out of town. They were telling us also the story of Manning. And that's what your brand is. How do you sit down over a piece of pie at Deb's and say, this is why I choose to live here. This is why I want to go to school and have my kids go to school here. And we were sitting in the guest house just almost across the street from here, late at night, trying to decide what makes Manning tick and evaluate all the things we heard. And we really centered on it's refreshing. And I hope that you think so too. Because if you don't, or have any glimmer of a doubt, there are lots of other towns that aren't. And I work in some of them. And I would invite you to travel and see why this is such a special place. So I'm not real sure why refreshing would even need to be defined. Each one of you has to come up with your own definition. Whether it's one of those great meals at the bowling alley or a historic water tower rising above an Iowa horizon line, a rebuilt barn from Europe, you need to allow people to connect with its refreshing by discovering their own sense of Manning. What we did leave, though, with, and I want to share tonight in closing, is a brand statement for Manning. We are Manning, Iowa, and we are a proud, progressive community. From our cultivated rows to our brick-lined streets, we have a deep-rooted history in thinking ahead, stepping up to the plate and getting things done. And that is refreshing. We are a community that cares for one another and comfort in part of our essence. Manning is not just something to see, but something to feel. Whether watching the Wolves on a fall Friday night or rallying together to help those in need, Manning is a true community where our neighbors are our family and our handshake is our promise. And that way of life is refreshing. We are proud of our German heritage and the people that makes us today. We are a humble lot with big vision and a stubborn determination to accomplish whatever we set our minds to, whether house a 400-year-old house barn from a world away or building a community-owned hospital. And that spirit is still alive today in our 24-hour rec center, our parks, our neighborhoods, and our vibrant downtown. That way of thinking is rare today, and that is refreshing. We invite you to be our guest. Come visit, and you'll see why we say